Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. I haven't been on here in ages. I think it has probably been a year since I've been on YouTube, maybe even more than that, since I've last posted. I'm gonna be bringing some different topics, I'm gonna be doing something a little different to this channel. And I am going to be sharing a lot of testimonies, a lot of stories, things that could help those. I feel like I'm being led to do more like faith-based kind of video, and I've been holding back for a very long time, but I think I'm now at a point where I'm just like, you know what, now is the time. Why wait? God knows when I can, you know, start now and then just take it from there. I had no interest in like doing beauty related stuff. Like back in the day when I started YouTube, that was something that I was so into. I enjoyed doing makeup, I enjoyed doing hair, I enjoyed doing like beauty related stuff, making wigs, all of that stuff. But over time it just became a bit repetitive for me. It got a bit boring, I'm not gonna lie to you. Slowly I started taking a step back on making YouTube videos, and then I just stopped altogether. So but today is a little bit different, and I just felt like this is the time. And considering I've been lucky enough to be at the workplace that I am currently working right now, it's been about a year now, maybe a year and about 2 weeks. It's actually a good time, a good opportunity to share. Now I actually wanted to share my testimony about how I got this job way before, but then I wanted to sit back a little bit and just wait how things go, because I didn't want to talk too soon and be like, this was I want to say my dream job, but this is the job that I really wanted, and then next thing, oh my god, I hate being here, people are so trash, but I didn't want that to be a case. So I said, let me wait it out and then just see how things go. I wanted to share this video, I wanted to share my story, because I know nowadays a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, I'm talking to friends, just people that I've even seen on social media talking about it as well, they're finding it very difficult to find a job, especially if it's like the job of their dreams. They're finding it hard, and it's like it's getting harder by the day. Mind you guys, I live in London, so in London there's a lot of jobs compared to like outside London, but there's still people struggling to find a job. And I'm thinking, right, this is crazy, right? Especially if you are a Christian and you're dealing with this, you've been looking for a job for weeks, months, years even, and nothing has come up, no good news. I hope this video helps you, and I hope with the steps that I am going to give you guys, and the tools, the things that I've done to help me get to where I am now, I hope this helps you as well. Just to let you know, just because how things worked out for me, it might be different for you. It doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just means that your way, not your way, but your road may be different to my road, if that makes sense. But anyways, without further ado, let's get into this video, and I hope you guys enjoy. Shall we crack on, guys? Let's crack on. Actually, let me give you guys a context. So I worked in a couple of jobs, and majority of them had one or two things in common. One, the environment was very toxic, and two, being that management was always trash, if I can put it that way. Or at least the majority of the jobs that I've had have always had either lazy managers that didn't do the job properly, or managers that were just rude. I did have some good managers, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just had some few good managers where they would literally take care of their team, make sure that they're okay. I found myself jumping from one job to the next, to the next, to the next. Like, I'm just literally here, right? And then on top of that, like the environment when you're working in a very toxic environment. Yeah, I've had enough. I'm not staying here anymore, so I left. I spent, I think, a month or two to enjoy life, spend time with friends, go out more and all that stuff. And whilst I was doing that, I was actually looking for a job as well. Now, lucky for me, I had saved up enough, because initially my plan, my savings was not for this whole situation. It was actually for something else. I wanted to get myself, like, I wanted to travel, I wanted to buy myself a car. So I had my savings aside for that, right? Anyways, so now I had to use my savings to survive, because obviously I'm not working now. Starting to look for a job, and I'm thinking, okay, it shouldn't take me too long, because usually when I start looking for a job, it doesn't take me too long. I said, okay, cool. So I started looking for a job. 1 week goes by, nothing. 2 weeks go by, okay. 3 weeks, I'm like, okay, I'm a little worried, because within 2 weeks I should have gotten an interview by now and I should be getting a job. 1 month, I'm like, okay, nothing at all. So I started, you know, getting these job interviews, and I started going to these jobs. I went to one which was my initial, like, I kind of wanted to go to that workplace because I thought, why not? It's close to home. Interview goes really well, mind you. Like, the interview was very positive, we had very good conversations, everything was good. They actually called me, right? They called me, mind you. I had just missed a call because my phone was actually next to me, but I had taken a nap. So I'd woken up now to miss call. I just pick up, but then they hang up. I tried to call, the number didn't go through, and then they messaged me. They're like, oh, don't worry about it, we will call you on Monday. I said, okay, cool. Monday comes, no call. I said, oh, maybe they forgot her, I will just wait it out. Tuesday comes, nobody called, and I was like, wow, okay, cool, well, bye. Right now, to be fair, I could have just called them back and be like, oh, hi guys, I remember you were supposed to call me like Monday, but to be honest, I was like, no offense, but I'm not chasing for these jobs. Like, I'm not gonna chase, I'm not gonna come across like a beg. Is it a good attitude? I don't know, guys, take it as you will. But I was like, yeah, I'm not a beg. I'm not gonna be out here begging, even though I was desperate. Yes, I was desperate for a job at this point, but I was like, I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna look like someone that's begging for a job, right? So I said, okay, I'm just gonna leave it and just continue, because I had a couple of job interviews coming up anyway. So I thought, you know what, just leave this one, move on to the next. Okay, cool. I go for one interview, to the next interview, to the next interview, and I'm thinking, why is all these interviews, like, no one is calling me back? Mind you, I'm going to these interviews, yeah, and I'm expecting a call from them, or even an email to say whether or not I've been successful. They're not even messaging me, they're not even replying to me at all. And I said, okay, this ain't it. I have the decency to at least email me to be like, yes, sorry, we were unsuccessful. You bring me out to an interview, I do an interview with you guys, only for you to not even reach out to call back. I'm sitting there waiting for their response, nothing. Anywho, I kept on looking back to back all the job applications that I applied for that didn't even get back to me. Some didn't even respond. It was just a lot. I think I decided to take it to the Almighty God, because I was like, I'm not really asking him to help me, if you get what I mean. Like, I'm just doing things, just playing here and there and all of that stuff. Not only that, I found a consistent pattern of me just jumping from one job to the next job and not sticking to one. And I wanted to be in a position where I can just stay in one place. This could possibly be spiritual, or maybe it just could be a case where I'm the right job, I mean, I'm just not finding the right place for me. So I decided to embark on a 3 days prayer and fasting. Mind you, when I was doing this prayer and fasting, I was actually doing this for a whole other reason. It had nothing to do with me trying to look for a job. But when I thought about it, I actually said to myself, you know what, I can actually add this in my prayer point, because why not? 3 days of prayer and fasting is not easy. Mind you, this was not the first, and it's not going to be the last. because I have plenty more of 3 days of prayer fasting to do in the near future. So trust me, it's not easy, but it can be done. But anyways, that's going to be another story for another time. That's going to be another video for another time. I will actually explain to you guys my experiences with prayer and fasting, and if you're someone that wants to get into prayer and fasting, tips and all that stuff, stay tuned for that video. That video is coming up next. Okay, when I actually did my prayer and fasting, I actually had to be specific when it comes to what I was looking for in a job. Now, there were certain things that I was willing to compromise here and there, like for example my time schedule. My initial plan was to go for a job which was a 4 on and off. My job right now, I don't do a 4 on and off. I actually do 5 days out of 7, so not what I wanted, but good thing is I can actually split my holidays. I can like split it throughout the month, so at least I can get the break that I need and go out and socialize with friends, spend time with myself, spend time with God, spend time with my family, all of that stuff. So I can't really be mad about it. But anyways, the main thing that I really did ask for when I did my prayer and fasting is I wanted to work in an environment where I complained the least. So I asked God, I want a job where the environment is not toxic, or is not as toxic as all my previous job has been. I do want to get into, because trust me when I say like drama just follows me everywhere, and I'm like I'm not here for it. I don't have time. Speaking of drama also follows me in my current job, but we'll get to that in a bit. But anyways, job where it's drama free. Oh my god, Flash, you're here. Bloody hell, you scared me. Anyways, sorry guys, that's my cat. So I did my prayer and fasting for 3 days. I believe I started on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I ended it. Friday I got a call. How crazy is that, right? Friday I get a call from the job, from this lady. She was calling me on the phone. We spoke for about a good 5 minutes or so. Then she was like, I would like to invite you for the job interview. Would you be able to come tomorrow? And I said, yeah, sure, I'll definitely come tomorrow. Tomorrow being Saturday. And I said, yeah, sure, I'll definitely come. So then tomorrow comes now, and then I get ready, and then I come to this job interview. Everything was well, actually. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of nervous because, oh my god, like, I hope this goes well. They were asking me about my achievements with school, because I had mentioned all of that on my CV. They seemed very impressed. And I think the meeting, I think it went for about 30 minutes or so. It felt like a long interview. I'm not gonna lie to you, like it felt really long. Anyways, the interview ends. I go home now, and for some strange reason, guys, I was in a really good mood that day. I had a really good feeling about this one. And it's crazy because I never had that feeling with all the other jobs that I went to, but with this one I had a really, really, really good feeling. And I said, you know what, because I asked them about the rota. I told them my concerns, because I did say, like, I worked in a previous job where I literally was working like 10 days in a row, like non-stop, back to back to back. And they were like, they promised me that that would never happen. And they would try and make sure that I get my 2 days off anyway. So that was that. I said, okay, cool. Well, if they offered me the job, I'm willing to compromise on the whole rota side. And yeah, to me, they were like, oh no, we're gonna contact you maybe in a couple of days time. And I said, okay, cool. It wasn't even a couple of days, it was literally an hour. It was literally an hour. I got home like 30 minutes after the interview. Well, not even 30, 20 minutes after the interview, because it's literally like 20 minutes away from my house. And then they called me like an hour later, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I got the job, and yeah, here I am, guys. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did have some issues at my workplace. I did. There was this lady that had a whole lot of issues, and her energy was affecting me as well. But I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm leaving because because of your toxicity. That's not what we're gonna do here. I actually reported her, and she left, and I don't feel bad. Sorry. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is I got the job and it's been 1 year now, and so far so good. I've had my days where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to be here. I've had my days where I'm just like, oh my god, this is too much. I've had my days where I'm just tired. I'm just like, do I want to come into work? I've had those days, yes I have. But I'm not gonna lie, if I was to compare this job with all the other jobs I've done, I would stick to this one all day every day. The fact that everything that I've asked for, even though yes there has been some hiccups here and there with certain colleagues, and you know, certain, you know, it's just some small stuff here and there. I mean, drama will be everywhere regardless. Like even at the most peaceful workplace, there's always going to be something, right? Nothing is perfect. However, I will say everything that I asked for is pretty much what I got. Team that are very supportive, I'll give that to them. Management that are pretty alright, I'm not gonna lie to you, so no complaints there. The atmosphere, the environment, it's okay, despite the fact that I do work in the center, in central London, and where I work, I'm not gonna say where for obvious reasons, but low-key is the ghetto. What's up, babe? Come here. It's low-key the ghetto, guys. Like where I work is low-key the ghetto. Got promoted 6 months later. I started off as a night receptionist, and then shortly after, initially my plan was to never be a manager. I did not want to be a manager for the life of me. Like I did not care to be a manager. But then I was the same girl that was like, oh my god, if I was a manager, I would never treat people like this, I would never treat people like that, I would never do this and this and that. So I was always that kind of girl, but I'd never wanted to be a manager until one day, actually, my colleague was a duty manager at the time before she got promoted to an upper role. She was telling me, oh no, I think you should give it a go. I think, you know, like it's fairly easy to do. Like you just need to know your task, you just need to know some few things here and there, we just need to train you on some few things, but apart from that you're good to go. Like I think you are capable. I sat home one day and I was thinking to myself, actually I could give this a go, I could actually give this a try. So I decided to speak to my hotel manager and I asked her, I would like to be promoted to a night duty manager, because the previous one had left with her shenanigans, and glory be to God, because her toxicity was way too much for me. Like I actually wanted to cry. I actually wanted to cry, no joke. So anyways, she was like, oh my god, Kia, I didn't know that you wanted to wanted the position. At this point they had already found someone else, and I was like, oh okay, cool. She wanted to train me during the daytime so that I learn more, and she told me that, oh, if there's another position in the other branches, I can definitely hook you up. Obviously I don't want you to go to the other branches, I'd rather you stay here, but if the opportunity comes, then definitely I'll let you know. And I said, okay, cool. So they employed someone else. The person didn't even last more than 3 days, and he left because he didn't want to serve alcohol because of his religion. So he left. And then mind you, I was still doing my day shifts for training purposes, and then she was like, oh, I think you're ready, Kia, I think you're ready. And I'm thinking, in my mind, I think you're ready for what? Because I thought I wasn't going to get the position because they had given it to someone else. They're like, no, I think you're ready. You want the position now? I was like, yeah, I'll definitely love to give it a go, give it a shot. I think I'm ready. With all the training, I think I can handle it. And then we gave each other a high five, and then a manager. And I'm not gonna lie to you, being a manager ain't that bad. But then again, I do work at night, so less pressure on me, less guests to deal with. But with that being said, because I work at night, crazy things happen at night, especially in the location that I am working at. So I always have to keep my eyes like this, like I have to, because if any intruder was to come in, it's going to be on me. And it's literally just me and someone else that I work with at night, so literally just the two of us. So I have to be on the lookout. I have to be constantly making sure that everyone is okay, the property is okay, I am okay, whoever I'm working with is okay, especially if it's a night receptionist. If it's a night manager, then that's a different case because he's the night manager, he's above me, so low-key I can kind of relax there. But if it's just me and the night receptionist, I'm the one that's gonna be like, you know. But apart from that, like, it's really, really good. Like, it's crazy how I achieved so much in the space of 6 months. It's very crazy, and I didn't think I was going to get to this point where I'm now a manager. How crazy is that, right? And the only thing I could say is to God be the glory, because if not for him, I don't know. Like, I genuinely do not know. Because I did pray about it as well, and I really wanted to give this opportunity a shot as well. So I was like, if this opportunity come, I would really like to give it a go, and here I am. I gave it a shot, and I'm still doing this thing till this day. It's been about a year now. Best suggestion, if you've tried everything, some things can be spiritual as well. So if you've been looking and literally nothing, prayer and fasting does the trick. Now it depends on the kind of fasting that you do. Either way, I feel like prayers can be answered. For me, I did the 3 days water only. I think in that one I think I did dry fasting, because I didn't drink water. I don't remember even drinking water. Either way, I had no food. So I did no solid food, literally just me pray, read my Bible, do my Bible studies, pray. Also, I do want to hook you guys up to a YouTuber. No, it's not a YouTuber, he's a brother in Christ, okay, and his name is Noah Hines. Okay, so during my prayer and fasting, I would listen to this particular deliverance prayer about job. So I was constantly praying, listening to that prayer, and I would listen to that prayer throughout, right? There's a lot of other self-deliverance videos as well. So if you are tackling with insomnia, if you are tackling with, you know, sleep paralysis, if you are tackling with anger, bitterness, unforgiveness, if you are tackling with the spirit of doubt, the spirit of condemnation, self-condemnation, if you are tackling with a lot of things, there are so many deliverance prayer where you can just listen to back to back to back. You don't even have to pray. Like, what I like to do, and the best part with these prayers is, like, you don't even have to do anything. Just find someplace comfortable, just sit down and just basically receive it, and just receive it. So that's basically what I did. I would listen to a prayer, I would receive it. I'll also pray as well whilst listening to these prayers, and those prayers really did help. So I would definitely leave the links to his channel down below. Prayer works wonders, guys. Prayer works wonders. If you have tried all things and nothing has worked, maybe try prayer, maybe try prayer and fasting. And I know it's hard, trust me, it is difficult, but if you really determined, and if you really need this, if you really want answers, I definitely suggest prayer and fasting, because this is a time where you can spend time with God, to connect with him, to know, to listen to him as well. Because sometimes we do so much, like, we try to do things out of our own will, and we sometimes tend to forget that actually, you know, you have a father that can actually help you with all of that. You don't have to, like, push him aside and just try to do things on your own. Like, invite him into your life, and he will definitely, you know, help you in whatever it is that you're looking. Help him, you know, find and you shall seek, knock on the door and he will open. You know, don't sit there and try to deal with this on your own. Like, he wants to help you, you have to just allow him in. So basically that's exactly what I did, and I'm very glad I did, because within what space of 2 days I got a job after that. Now, just to let you know, just because it's happened to me in that way does not necessarily mean it's going to happen to you. So don't be discouraged if, you know, after doing prayer and fasting, 2 days later nothing, you haven't heard any response, no answers, no job offers, nothing like that. Don't be discouraged, because your time will come. You know, sometimes people get their blessings right away, sometimes people get offers right away, other times it might take a while, it might take maybe a couple of weeks. just be patient, be hopeful, be prayerful, continue to pray, and I promise you, your breakthrough will come. And don't be discouraged as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, share, comment, and subscribe. You guys know the drill already. We don't have to remind this girl is really under the... What is wrong with you, girl? Cats, hey? Anyways, I'll leave you guys to it. You guys take care, stay blessed, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.